So I started out because I love music, but then I realized there was a whole lot more to it than that. That there were other things that needed to be done, like news and the actual broadcasting end of it. But it did start with the music.
Go ahead.
Do you
if you have questions for her, like when she answers you, if you have other questions for her, ask her. Okay.
You can have her elaborate off of what
you're saying. If you think of something different or whatever, that's cool.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you like your job?
I love my job, even though I have to get up at 3 o'clock every morning, which is ridiculous.
Oh, God.
I get up at 3 in the morning because that's when I do all my prep. So I wake up and I go brush my teeth and I get some coffee and I go to my office and I start reading and consuming all different kinds of things. I have like a little hub so I can watch what's on the news. I can read 3 or 4 different, like I have 2 different screens, 2 different monitors, and I start just finding out what happened overnight. And, I start working very, very early so that when I go into the show and the show starts at 5 o'clock in the morning, my prep work really never ends. I'm always paying attention to something. And, but then, I love going in and feeling like I'm helpful. The best part of my job is that, what makes me the happiest about it is that I get to help a lot of people in so many different kinds of ways. I can share public service information with, news and information. I can, tell everybody that, there's a story out about their health or something that happened in their neighborhood or something that happened somewhere else in the world. And I really feel like every day I have a chance to get up and make a difference. So that's the best part, and that's what I love.
Okay.
Getting up, not so much.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
I never thought I'd be doing this, but everything I did prepared me for it. So I can't say that I knew I wanted to do this for a living. Some people do. I actually went to art school. I went to Tyler School of Art at Temple. So I wanted to be a graphic designer. I love fine art. And so I went to one of the most prestigious schools in the country, and I did really well. But my senior year, I came home and I started working, doing flyers for bands and stuff like that, and then I fell into radio. So I didn't plan on doing it, but looking back, the only thing I ever said was that I wanted to love going to work every day. I wanted to get up and enjoy going to my job. I wanted a job that I loved. And so that's where I think I'm the luckiest, because that's it. I didn't have anything particular in mind, but when I look back, I always take a good look at yourself. What do you perform well in? What do you excel in? Is it mechanics? Is it are you good in the shop class? Are you good in English? Are you good in math? I was always good at performance and public speaking. I was a total nerd in some aspects. I played field hockey and stuff, but I was a total nerd, and I love it. Because I used to, I was part of the speech team and debate team when it was really not cool. Do they even have those anymore?
It's by no means. I don't know why that's not a surprise to me to be standing here hearing it.
I know, isn't that weird?
Sorry, Jen, I'm eavesdropping.
It is. My boyfriend at the time, he was on the debate team, and I didn't know anything about it.
Paige, do you have a debate team in school?
I'm really not sure. I don't think so.
Paige does not think they have those anymore.
That's a darn shame, because it's a really valuable thing. Madison, do you know what a debate team does, or what that means?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I hope it didn't go totally by the wayside, because it's what you do every day in life, really, when you've got, for a number of reasons. But you would, this is really crazy, you would go in and you would pick a subject, or you would have a subject given to you. And one person would take the pro side, the positive side, why, let's say, gambling. Okay, why gambling should be legalized, and then the other side would take why it shouldn't. And you had to go research, do your homework, and come back, and in a forum, in front of people, explain your point.
Kind of like watching the president on TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kind of like watching the presidents on TV go at it.
Yeah, it's exactly like those debates where you would be asked a question and you would have a moderator and you would have to go back and forth and answer. So you would get up there and you would make your initial statement and then you come back and they would make their initial statement and then you would do a rebuttal. There was also something crazy I did, and I can't believe this. This sounds so weird. This is a big fat word for something pretty simple, but it wasn't easy, especially before they had computers. It's called, this was with the speech team. I would get up and do weird things. Like I would read poetry or prose out loud as a competition. So bizarre. Then there's something called extemporaneous speaking, which is you go in like a debate almost. You go in, you pick a subject out of a hat, and you have no idea what it is, and then you'd be given like 90 minutes to go to a section in the library, and you would go to different schools and compete just like any other sport. Remember, at Susquehanna one time. And you would pick a subject, and you would have to do all your research and get up and give a speech on it in 90 minutes. Isn't that crazy?
Good grief.
Ew.
I know, and it sounds, I can't even believe I did it. I think it was probably because my boyfriend did it. But what a great, looking back at that stuff totally set me up for what I do today. I was always better at English than I was at math, and I did these I tried everything. Like when I was in school, I played field hockey. I was a field hockey goalie. I played ice hockey when I was little. I did all that kind of stuff. I was in the choirs, chamber choirs. I went to county choir. I went to regionals. I did all that. Basically, I never wanted to go home because there was so much stuff to try. Mm-hmm. So I just kept trying everything. And then when it adds up, I turn around and look back, and it's kind of what makes me good at what I do. So there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
Can you guys hang on 1 second?
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
I would say she already answered 6. Or no, she answered 5. Right? She answered.
Okay, sorry, go ahead. So, yeah, that's like a whole bunch of information there, but that's like, I love my job because it puts all my stuff together that I love to do. Mm-hmm. And I keep getting to learn all kinds of new things every single day.
Okay. Yep, go with that one, Madison, because I think she already answered a whole bunch of those in one time.
I might have,
Yep. No, you're doing good. We're just making sure she doesn't repeat numerous questions at you. So we're just kind of going down through here. So you're doing good. Yeah, go with that. Answer that one.
If you could do anything now, what would you do and why?
Oh my gosh, you mean different?
Yeah.
Like if she could change her job, if she could change it.
Change my job?
Yep.
That honestly, I wouldn't. I love doing what I do. I do lots of stuff on the side. I still, I have lots of other projects and things that I do, but being on the air gives me the opportunity to continue to meet new people and learn new things. I probably, if I had to go change my entire career, I honestly can't imagine, because I've been doing this for 25 years, on 26, that, what else I would do.
I see you just doing fundraising.
Yeah, fundraising. I can't imagine going to a 9-to-5 job. I know what I wouldn't do. The kind of personality that I am, working in a cubicle job, it's very important and people have to get things done. I would just go crazy if I had to sit still. It would have to be something active. I have to be moving.
Yep. I think that's pretty much.
Probably end up in sales or something of some kind, but it has to be something I love. I couldn't just be out there selling, reams of paper or something weird.
Yeah. Walt said you'd just be making jewelry.
I might be making jewelry. Who knows? I have no idea. That's the fun part. When you like to learn, it just keeps coming. So I have no clue.
There you go.
I think she has. Walt said, tell his boyfriend Eddie said hi. I think she has one more question for you.
Sure. I will. Sure.
Go with them.
Do you plan on retiring? If so, when?
Today?
Yeah. I don't think. Kind of lucky, because the thing about radio is that, and this is a really tough thing. like when you're doing TV broadcasts and things, a lot of it depends on how you look. And, you know, so the kind of work I do, I could probably do for a very long time. Because, you know, your physical image doesn't matter. It's all in your head. I don't think I'll ever completely, I may retire from this line of work, but I don't think I'll ever stop working. I'm not that kind of person. I eat too much ice cream, and I'd stay in my pajamas all day, and I don't think that's healthy. I can't imagine retiring, because I'll always have something to do. And always somebody to help. You know, I think that's the best part. There's even if I wouldn't physically be going to a day job, I'd probably be volunteering or I'd be working somewhere, you know, trying to help somebody out, because that's the rewarding stuff.
Okay.
That's the easiest answer. I may get into the financial reasons why you probably can't retire.
Yeah.
So you and everybody else, huh?
Right, exactly. Are we going to be able to do that?
Probably not. I'll be working till I have one leg in the grave.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how we all look at it. But, you know, here's the thing, Madison. If you love what you do, it's not like work.
Exactly.
So,
Right. If you love what you do, you don't
look at it that way.
You don't think about retiring because it's not quote unquote work to you because you enjoy doing it. You know?
That's exactly right. I mean, I don't look at what I do as work. It's something that my mind would be rolling through the same thing every day. I'm just lucky I get to share it with everybody and exchange it with everybody and communicate every day.
Does she feel like she's famous?
Yeah.
What do you think? Something like that. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a question like that? I don't know how to word it though.
I don't know how to word it either.
Just ask her.
Okay.
Swap it out there. Okay.
We're trying
They're asking me because
we don't know how to word it.
They're trying to be polite. So.
Well, no, it's not really that.
But her question to you is about, because she's 13, so her question to you is more on the lines of like being famous and how that impacts your everyday living.
Yeah. Because you're obviously a very well-known name.
Yes.
So how does that?
In the area, right?
Yeah.
It's good and bad, like everything else. I mean, everything in the universe is good. There's good and bad, and it depends on where you put it. The hard part about it is that you are held responsible on a higher level. Mm-hmm. People watch what you do. They judge what you do. They can be really hard on you. They can say terrible things about you, and you can't let that affect you. I can't. If somebody comes up and sends me an email about how much they don't like me or what I do, you're putting yourself in the public eye. So you're opening yourself up to that kind of criticism, which you guys are kind of seeing now, even in social media. That's the hard part, because some people just like to attack you, and you can't let that get to you. You can't focus on that. You got to focus on what your job is. Like if somebody says they don't like me, I can't go on the air crying.
And I think what you just said, Jen, is a huge impact at age 13 for Madison, because we just had that local boy in our area that committed suicide here in Hanover due to exactly what you said, which is the social media and cyberbullying and school bullying. And unlike us when we were little, we didn't have any of that.
Nope.
No, it might have been somebody who bothered you on the school bus or something like that. And I'm so in tune with it, because I know, like, being in the public eye is one of the hardest things. You become a target.
Yep.
For a lot of reasons. People think that you have more than that they have, and they don't like that. People think that, you know, they get angry because they're upset. It's about them, really. It's not about you. And now they've got a keyboard to do it. So they could attack me on my Facebook page, or they could attack me on our text club. And what I try to do is get people to stick to the subject. Like, I try to figure out, like, why are you angry? Like, what is your problem? You know, is it really me? Did I do something? Like, the first thing I'm going to ask myself, I think like everybody else, is, you know, did I make a mistake? Did I do something wrong? Or am I doing something that bothers people? And then when you kind of get over that and you go, well, I don't really think I did anything to that person, then you try to get them to stick to the subject, you know. So that's the hardest part. And that's hard all your life. It happens to everybody. But it happens to us probably more because we put our head over the radar. Now, on the good side of things, I can balance that out. I'll take somebody, you know, like after you've been doing this as long as I have, You just don't pay any attention to it, even though it's hard. You give yourself a good 5 or 6 minutes to get hurt and cry, and then you pick yourself up and you move on. Because the good that you can do far outweighs some idiot's criticism with their keyboard or saying something stupid. I can go and turn around and take that information, and take that energy that somebody gave me, and I can either use it to cry or I can use it to do something good. So I can turn around and refocus my attention and go on the air and go help somebody. So that's the good part. The good part, sure, I get into concerts and do all kinds of things. I've had a life that most people will never have. And I came out from a very difficult background, Madison. My father died when I was 9 years old. And my mother and I did not get along very well. She's still here. And it's a very difficult situation. But I've been pretty much alone and on my own since I was around 14. And even before that. So it wasn't easy for me. I always wanted people to like me. That's part of why I got into what I do. Because if a lot of people say, you're on the radio, that's cool, then I thought that would make me feel good about myself. And it turns out it doesn't work that way. It feels good, but it also comes with that side of people, picking on you or attacking you or whatever. So it's got, nothing matters more than your family and your friends, loving you and being able to take care of them. So I get to go to work every day doing a job I love, and I get to come home, but, and take care of my family. But I get to go to cool shows. I get to help tons of people. I get to be a part of so many people's lives. I have so many friends I've been able to choose from. And I get to learn every single day. So if the worst part is just somebody doesn't like me, then they can just go away. And I can focus on all the good parts. But it does come with a double-edged sword. It does come with responsibility, and it does come with some of the pain sometimes of being scrutinized or criticized. And that can be a little hard to take. But when you look at everything else that's cool about it, then that's good. And it's not so, it doesn't matter so much. If one person, if I'm helping thousands and thousands and thousands of people every week understand something crazy like taxes, or, Ozzy Osbourne's going to finish his last tour, things that they enjoy or care about, that means a whole lot more than that one person who just wants to be a jerk to me for whatever reason they have.
I think that's amazing advice for any 13-year-old. Or any kid.
That's good for anybody.
Anybody, yeah. That's what Walt just said. He's like, I think I just took that advice for myself.
I'm going to write that
It's
down.
hard. I'll talk candidly to you, Madison, with adults in the room. We call it getting butthurt. It stings. It's like somebody, smacked you, and you're like, and the pain is pretty intense. And the biggest part is you got to realize that it's not, that's one small person in a very big world. And when you put it into context, it doesn't matter so much.
And realize this, at your age, it doesn't go away when you grow up. So
No.
It doesn't go away. We have to learn how to adapt to it and how to grow with it and how to subside it in our life, because unfortunately it doesn't
always
go
there.
away.
There's always going to be some meanie out there who wants to take what you have or make sure that you're hurt so that they can feel more power over you. And you don't let them have that. You just never let people have that. And that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. And by the way, I'm fully and totally capable of completely humiliating myself at any given moment. It's okay to take a chance and embarrass yourself, because we do it all the time. You just don't focus on it. You learn from it and you laugh about it. Don't be afraid to try something you haven't tried, and don't be afraid to speak up or speak out. Because it provides an exchange. That's what we do every day. We talk, we communicate every day. And we may not always agree on the subject, but the thing is, learn as much as you can about everything. And then you can have great conversations and learn even more. You know, like I want to get into welding. I kind of know how to do it, but I want to learn better. Well, when I talk about it, especially being a female, even to this day, I still have some, people like even Ed or whatever, like, what do you want to learn to do that for? Because I want to make, I don't know, sculptures, or I want to fix something. I don't know. I just think it's cool and I want to learn. So I learn a little bit about it. Then I go out and I talk to some people and talk to some friends. Then you have an educated conversation. Then you start to exchange information, and the more you learn and the more you know, the more confident you feel about having a discussion, and then you can learn even more. Like it kind of cycles on itself. But and so you'll try stuff and you'll fail. Sometimes I try stuff on the air and it doesn't work. Sometimes I try to do something different or whatever. I'm like, well, that was a waste of my time. But nothing's a waste of your time. So. You'll constantly be learning and changing, but you know what my best friend in the whole world is? And I can't say my phone, but it's part of your phone. It's the part of your phone that opens you up to the whole world of learning. Like the library is my favorite place in the whole world, because there's nothing you can't find, and there's not the information. The same thing that you spend 3 or 4 hours texting people on sometimes is where you can find out how to do anything. Like I fixed my washer the other day, because I saw a YouTube video. So I saved myself $600 because I fixed my washer. It was busted. Somebody left a quarter in it and blew the pump out. So you can look up, if you can dream it, you can look it up, and you can learn how to do it. And that goes for my job or anybody else's job. So you have a whole world of information in your hand. And, Facebook's okay and other things are okay, but using that's like the biggest thing. Because there's nothing you can't find. And that's cool.
Yeah. Yep. Do you have any other questions for Miss Jen?
Not that I can think of.
You have everything you need?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably confused you even more. I gave you even more. Narrow it down. What do you like?